This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Usapang Bayan. Ako po si George Chua kasama ang aking co-host na si Rich Marquez. Pag-uusapan po natin ang mga mahahalagang pangyayari at issue na kinakaharap ng ating bayan.
Makakasama po natin sa gabing ito si Mr. Tony Herbosa, ang Chairman Emeritus ng Philstocks Financial Services Incorporated at ang founder ng Traders Apprentice Pilipinas. Good evening, sir.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Good evening, Tony. It's a pleasure to have you here with us tonight as our first guest for 2017.
Okay.
Siguro let's start the show off by telling our audience what your background is and what experiences you've had in trading in the stock market.
Okay. Well, as you know, I've been with George since 1990s. We used to be with this outfit called Asian Bank. He was in the commercial banking and I was on the investment banking. I started my career basically when I was in my 30s as an investment banker. So I did mostly this thing called initial public offerings or IPOs. I was behind the Metro Drug IPO, the Kwok Property IPO, and a couple of the FINMA or cement-related IPOs like Bacnotan Cement. No? So then I progressed to doing more IPOs with other firms. In the 1990s is very interesting kasi that was the boom times. A lot of listed companies today had their debut with the PSE in the 1990s, such as I know companies like Mega World, for example. And now I've sort of retired from banking. My advocacy now is Traders Apprentice Pilipinas, which we try to push for financial inclusivity and literacy with Filipinos. From 3 years ago, we've grown to 73,000 members, all in Facebook. Because it's the best way for Filipinos to access us. You know, Pinoy is the first thing they open, diba?
Yes.
Is their FB. So if you're a member of TAP, you just add it. It's free. You don't pay any membership fee. When you open your Facebook, you see my blog or one of the mentors in TAP, and I choose the mentors myself. I choose people who have actually made money trading. I just don't pick anyone to mentor. So because of social media, the ability of having a two-way dialogue with people, with newbies, we call them yung bagito pa, is there. Because people will go to a thread and have put questions there as they blog through an FB thread.
Well, we should add that Tony is also from a very good school, which is Wharton.
I met George in Wharton.
Before we took our MBA there.
Yes.
So Wharton is very well known for its financial education. No? And essentially, Tony has been involved, as he said, in trying to support financial education as well as financial inclusion. Siguro, Tony, maybe we can start off by telling the people some basics that they should do whenever they can invest in the stock market, or why they should invest in the stock market, what's the upside, what's the downside, ano pa ba mga ibang alternatives nila? Dahil kasi ang alam yata lang ng tao dito, kung may pera sila, may piggy bank, kung minsan mag-invest raw sa jewelry, or kung minsan naman mag-time deposit na lang. Ano ba ang suggestion mo para sa kanila para lumago lalo ang kanilang pera?
Okay. If you're a beginner, if you join TAP, we have a lot of brokers in TAP, and we can recommend you to open an account with any of the brokers. We have a lot from BPI, PhilStocks, Call, actively blogging in our site. No? Also, you mentioned the stock market. People get intimidated with the stock market because, ano ba yan? And then when bad things happen in the world, it's now called the stock market. People are stuck. For me, the better word is, it's a company market. People go into the stock market to buy companies. No? I'd like to tell you a story. One of my partners, Kevin Ko, in the 1990s, there was a red phone on the trading floor. And he has his boss, what is this red phone? His boss said, when that phone rings, you have to answer it. It's Tatang. It's Henry C., the richest man in the Philippines. No? The phone would ring, Kevin would pick it up, and the voice on the other end would say, Kevin, buy me telephone, buy me Ayala Corp, buy me Jollibee, 5 pesos. And then sometimes the phone will not ring for a month, 2 months, then the phone will ring again. It's the same. Tatang will say, Kevin, buy me Anscore, buy me San Miguel, but buy me Jollibee, 8 pesos. Who made the most money in Jollibee from 5 pesos to 200? The richest man in the Philippines. And actually, Kevin asked him, Tatang, why do you like Jollibee? Ang sagot niya, hamburger. Mura lang. No? So, if you buy companies which will grow with a booming Philippines, you cannot go wrong. So, this is an opportunity to invest and be part of these companies. No? So, that's our advocacy. We help people find out more or less which companies may be promising in the next few years.
Pero Tony, you're talking about Tatang, who's, as you said, the
Yes.
richest man in the Philippines. Hindi naman tayo ganon, di ba? Marami sa ating mga viewers, medyo konti lang ang naipon nila. Magkano ba ang kailangan mo na para masabi natin, pwede kang pumasok dito sa stock market na ito? Magkano puhunan natin?
Depending on the price points, let's say stocks that's trading at 1 peso or 10 pesos, there's this thing called the board lot.
Yeah.
So, there's a minimum board lot of 1,000 shares. Basically, I would say 10,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos, you can already buy stocks. So, it should not be a hindrance. The other thing is, if you take away all this mumbo-jumbo about stocks, the real game over time is just to collect marbles. And so I tell my followers, think of it this way. When Tatang was buying Jollibee, he bought at 5. And if he didn't go crazy if it went to 4 pesos the next day, he just collected marbles. It's almost like our lolas and lolos, they bought
Ipon
Roland.
lang. Oo.
Ipon lang ng ipon. And as long as you're buying the company that is growing, and you can read it in the papers, you should be safe. Now, let me also say this. I remember in 2001, the index hit a low of 1,000. And the OFW remittances were as low as 2 billion pesos a year. I've seen that index go up to 8,000, and OFW remittances have hit 25 billion. But next year, di ba, the projections, OFW remittances, 25 billion plus BPO and call center earnings will combine to give us 50 billion in revenues. Where will all that money go? That will go into houses, property, maybe more traffic, di ba? But certainly that money is going to go into the businesses here, whether it's hamburgers, whether it's cars, whether it's condominiums. So I see a very bullish decade for Philippine stocks, or maybe I should say companies.
Sir, I just started investing in the stock market last year. Tapos, but before I invested in the stock market, umattend po muna ako ng seminar because same thoughts as the general public na parang complex siya and intimidating. Pero nung in-explain na po sa amin, parang madali naman siyang intindihin. Tapos yung tip po na binigay sa amin ay first, mag-invest ka sa mga malalaking companies, yung alam mo na yung less yung risk niya na malugi. And second, diversify your stocks. Yung kumbaga, bibili ka ng bank, ng real estate, ng food, ng companies. Aside from those tips, ano pa po ba yung masasabi nyo or mabibigay nyo na tip dun sa mga beginners beginners pa lang like me?
Yes. Number one is in top, and this is, we have a lot of top principles. One top principle is you have to find your legal wife. Di ba, pag may asawa ka, hindi naman porket good times or bad times you leave her. Di ba? So you have to find your legal wife. We help our toppers to sort of discern who is legal wife material. Because, you know, a lot of these young traders, they go into the market, they buy the stocks that are going up and down, and I sort of call them the sort of PSE bar girls. No? There's no basis yet on whether they are wife material. So as long as you do a due diligence and look for sino ba yung pang long term, you will be fine. Now, top is also different, and let me also say why we grew to 70,000 followers. I am a trader. I don't go by textbook dogma. I even tell my toppers not to buy the big companies. You have to buy Jollibee when it was at 5 pesos, not Jollibee when it's 200. Because you're an OFW, I have 500 members in Dubai, 500 members in Doha. I'm going actually to Qatar in January to give a talk. And if you buy Jollibee at 200 pesos, you'll never make it.
But I bought a Jollibee at
Exactly.
250 pesos.
Exactly.
And what is it now?
Hindi ko na po check yung portfolio ko kasi red na yung
Yes,
portfolio
but
ko.
the game is really for us to find the next Jollibee 10 years from now. It's to buy the Double Dragon, which is 2 pesos, and then
Double
to see it after a
Dragon.
year and a half, it goes to 80. Diba? It's not to buy Double Dragon at 80 or 60 pesos. Diba? You have to find the next beauty that's at 2, 3 peso stock. Actually, in my case, we help toppers discern which of these emerging names could be the next blue chip. No? So there's a little bit more risk, but also let me also say this, we don't advocate being in the stock market all the time. Because there's a time during, if it's a bear market, I will tell all my toppers to be better off being in cash. So let me also explain that the top cycle of wealth creation is not just stocks, but stocks, property, art, depending on whether we are on an asset deflation or a bull market. And one of our principles is you should not overstay in the casino. You shouldn't overstay in the PSE casino. Before the bear market, you have to move that into property. So top is stocks, property, and then if you get to a certain level, pwede rin yung art. We have an art top group which has 2,000 members already. The mentor there is also a topper, Kevin Ko. He bought a Jan Santos 6 years ago for 49,000. In the Leon Gallery auction in 2013, he sold it for 1.9 million. So now, I don't have the instincts for art. I have the instincts for stocks.
Stocks, yeah.
I go to him to be mentored. So with social media now, you can discern, you can talk to the mentors to sort of find out, okay, what is the next Jollibee? Because it's too easy to buy Jollibee at 200 pesos, di ba? Let me also say that as a rule, and I can share you this in our classes, we have classes in the Metro Club every month. As a rule, I never bought any blue chips since 1995.
I think what Tony's trying to say is we
Mga
should look
premium.
at stocks with the most upside potential
Yes.
Yeah.
based on their fundamentals.
Also, yes.
Dahil kasi yung mga iba, parang lumipas na storya nila eh. Di ba?
Exactly, yes. George knows
Maximized,
what I'm
they've
talking
maxed out already, no? So, anyway, we need to have a station break at the moment. Sa amin pong pagbabalik, makakasama pa rin natin si Maestro Tony Herbosa ng Traders Apprentice Pilipinas and my fellow Wharton classmate. And at the same time, he's also a former investment banker and still currently working on many initial public offerings on the side.
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you.
How was that? Okay ba?